Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. It is Tuesday night. Welcome back to Tuesday Night Live. Actually, it's at night again, as we have been doing for the last few weeks. So, just to address the elephant in the room, or I should say the elephant not in the room. She'll punch me for that one. Anyway, Chandra will not be joining us tonight because her pickleball schedule shifted over to Tuesdays for now. So she's out doing her thing this evening. So knowing life around here, I'm sure that'll change again eventually. But tonight, it's just us hanging out together. And honestly, I've been looking forward to this one since last night. I had an opportunity that truly meant a lot to me. And I got to join a conversation with Ethan Suplee and Leah Hope. If you know who either one of those are, you might be just as excited as me, right? And we had an opportunity to talk briefly. I was only on the live stream briefly. I was backstage for a good amount of time, good amount of the live. But I had a chance to talk about what it was like navigating Disney while being over 400 pounds. And if you've lived in a larger body, and I know some of you have, some of you have not, you'll know exactly how different those experiences can feel, right? Most, things that most people never even think about become obstacles. Sources of anxiety, reminders of how difficult everyday life can be because of, how difficult everyday life, if I can get the thoughts out of my brain and through my mouth hole into the microphone here into your ears, become when your health declines, right? What made the conversation special wasn't just the chance to tell that part of the story. It was realizing how important these honest conversations really are, right? Years ago, I would have never imagined I'd be sitting in a discussion like that, talking openly about obesity, food addiction, transformation, and in hopes that maybe someone listening feels a little less alone, right? And again, that's one of the main tenets, pinnacles, whatever you want to say about this channel, is how can I share everything that I go through, regardless of how uncomfortable it may be, just on the off chance that somebody hears me and takes it to heart, goes back, and, feels a little less alone, right? So I do hopefully hope that I get the chance to go back and share even more of my story, because there's so much more to tell, as most of you already know. So just a little bit of information if you're not familiar with who Ethan Suplee is. He is an actor, been in major television shows, major movies across the last 30 plus years. Movies, he's been in Kevin Smith films, he's been in big major movies like American History X. He has been in TV shows like My Name is Earl, all kinds of stuff. He's just been a person that's been in tons of movies and TV shows that I have watched most of my life. So having an opportunity to sit down with him, even briefly last night, for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, was pretty amazing for me. And I was very excited, and kind of getting to know Leah Hope for just a moment. Leah Hope is an Instagram personality. She also does have a YouTube. And in the description of the YouTube, I do have their channels as well as their Instagrams. If you're interested in those, I would hopefully want most of you to go over and find them on YouTube and subscribe, because it's so very valuable. Even if they are not promoting a proper human diet, maybe they're promoting calories in, calories out. Again, one of the major things that we talk about here on my channel is the fact that everybody has a voice. Everybody's journey is important, right? So I think that it's so very valuable to make sure that we are sharing our message with everyone and being open and honest that not everybody's journey is going to look like ours. Ethan spent his, most of his life struggling with weight just like me, trying anything and everything that he could get his hands on, trying to rectify that situation. So he finally did find something that worked for him. I found something that works for me. And hopefully I get a chance, like I said, to go back onto his channel and to share my full story. And hopefully we can bring you guys along with us and, again, continue to grow this community, because someone like him has the the ability to reach further than some of us. And that's paramount, is how do we spread our message, open, honesty, journeys, everything that we have going on, how do we spread that in a meaningful, impactful, non-judgmental way? Because whether you're coming from a place of obesity, you're coming from a place of just physical ailments that brought you to this community, mental, whatever the case is, what brought you here, telling your story is so hugely impactful. And again, last night for a little while, I did join Grandma on her live, and we were talking. And I had a phenomenal conversation with a lady over there, and she was talking about being able to get off of oxygen. She was on oxygen every day and lowering her insulin and just reversing things that her doctors said wasn't possible. These are the amazing conversations that we are having, and we need to continue to have and spread, because they are so very valuable, so very impactful, because there's so many people out there right now being told by healthcare professionals that what they're going through can't be fixed, that what they're going through is only going to get worse, that there is nothing that they can do to get better. And we are finding out day after day, story after story, that that is just not true. So, again, welcome. I'm so very glad you are here. And just so that we are not starting off on a complete down note, or whatever you want to say, again, tonight we've also got a little bit of fun mixed in. Again, the brand new salty flavor dropping tomorrow. And while we can talk about it, we definitely can't say too much. So expect some vague hints, suspicious wording, and probably me trying to not accidentally say or give it away. So if you think you can figure it out from the context clues tonight might be your night. So grab your coffee, grab your water, grab whatever you have, settle in, and let's go to those comments, because I enjoy every bit of this. So let's go ahead and get to these comments. A Mason is here. Oh my goodness. Welcome, A Mason. So very glad to see you. And Just Jerry is here, because she's just Jerry. Good evening, Jerry. We had a fun time last night on Grandma's Live talking about the fun things that were happening over on Carnivore Talk. I guess on Carnivore Talk last night, Bob brought somebody onto the panel, and that person was not who they were claiming to be, or he had no idea who they were, and basically showed adult material right on their channel for all the world to see. And it was, in hindsight, hilarious. I know I would have been panicked, freaked out, all the things if it happened to my channel, because that's a way to lose your channel real fast. Just gone. Everything you've worked for, gone by something that somebody did because they thought it was funny. And while in hindsight it is funny because obviously nothing so far, knock on wood, has happened to Bob's channel, hopefully that stays the same. But we did have a lot of fun making fun of it and joking around, and Jerry was involved and Amy was involved, and Donna Ray is here waiting patiently. Thank you, Donna Ray, for waiting patiently. I truly appreciate you. And obviously Amy is here. Welcome, dear. So very glad to see you. I had sent Amy a message last night after being finished with the live with Ethan, and I sent her a screenshot, and I'm like freaking out, excited, and she goes, well, something happened that was bigger than that, and it goes in to tell me about what happened on Carnivore Talk. So that was a thing. That was fun. And Brian is here. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you. And Jabber Jen is here. Hello. Welcome. So very glad to see you. And Lynn is here. I've had lunch twice with Lynn in the last week. Wednesday and then on Sunday, her and Rick. Last Wednesday, it was Chandra and I, her and Rick. And then on Sunday, it was myself, Lisa, as well as her and Rick. And we had a great time over at Rockstar Pizza. We had a great time having lunch and talking, and it was fun. I completely enjoyed that very much. And Mr. Sean Bradley is in the house. Hello, Sean. How are you and Shell doing tonight? So very glad to see you. Yeah, and Cass is here. Good evening, Cass. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. And there's Mr. Rick. Mr. Twinbrook Acres is in the house. Good evening, friend. How are you? And here is hopefully this link works. They haven't responded back to me yet. I don't know if this link works, but I haven't seen any sales move on my dashboard since February. So this link may not work, but I have reached out to the person that I'm supposed to reach out to, and hopefully it gets rectified, and hopefully if you use my link, I'll see something from it. But anyway, new flavor tomorrow. Save 10%. Click the link tomorrow when it comes out, when they tell you what it is. You know, because right now my recollection is a little fuzzy on what it could be. Yes. Trying to scroll through and say hello to everybody. Shauna is in the house. Hello, Shauna. So very glad to see you, my dear. How are you? You guys are just chatting away. Shauna says that she's melting over here. It's 5 p.m. at 87 degrees. It's 76 right now, but it's been rainy and stormy today. So, yeah. And Shauna says, so I made a cold chicken thigh, bacon, cheddar cheese salad with avocado green goodness dressing, a little sour cream and mayo, and mashed avocado. That sounds very interesting. I hope it was yummy. Sounds like it would be something that you would like. And it's funny because Cass says, air fry, that sounds delicious. Like if you patty it up and air fry it, it might be delicious. But I think she's just saying, Shauna, that sounds delicious. Let's see. And let's see. Welcome. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but Miniwahura. Welcome. And Isabel is here. Good evening, Isabel. Welcome. And so is Maritza. Good evening, Maritza. And Jason is here. Hello, Jason. Welcome, my friend. How are you? And Jeff Fafa is in the house. Good evening, Jeff. I hope you are well, my friend. And Holly Springer is here. Good to see you. And Shauna says, I don't know if y'all have a Trader Joe's, but they have a couple great no-sugar seasoning options. The problem for us is that we do have a couple of Trader Joe's. They're just far away. They're like at least 25, 30 to 45 minutes away. One of them being like on the other side of some construction that's been constructioning for way too long. So it's just like to get there, you have to go through all this construction. And I'm like, I don't want to drive to that construction because there's nothing else over there that I need to get to. It's just Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's is so hit or miss with us with things that we can get there that it's just not worth it to go. But I don't mind if we're ever over in that area. I don't mind grabbing some things or going in and looking. You know how we go. You know how we do. Amy says, telling Chandra you called her an elephant. Oh, my goodness. Please don't. If you ever want to see me again, please don't. No, it's funny. Oh, my goodness. We just joke back and forth about that stuff. It's funny. Usually we call each other manatees. Because when we went to Disney in 2015, again, what I was talking with Ethan last night is the fact that, I didn't mention this part, but we did go into Epcot, and Epcot has this gigantic aquarium. Huge. They've got manatees and all these things in there, and giant sea turtles, and so many cool things. You can watch them go in, and you can watch them go in their wetsuits, and they have a place where they can go in. You can watch them go in. And it's so cool. And they've got we just sit there and watch the manatees, and they're just sitting there swimming around the water. And I'm like, look, it's us. Yes. Ain't nothing wrong. Amy says, I remember not being able to reach my toes to put my shoes on because my belly was so big. I still struggle with putting my shoes and socks on just because I feel like I don't have enough stretch. I feel like I'm too I need to work on my stretching, work on my flexibility. I feel like I'm too tight. Grandma's in the house. Good evening, Grandma. So very glad to see you. Angie says, hi, y'all. Hope everyone is well. Even putting on shoes and tying laces on sneakers is hard when your mobility is limited from weight. Yeah, I mean, even as my weight's gone down, I feel like I need to rework on my stretching and be able to get that mobility back. Grandma for $5. Look at this. She said, I made it. Yes, you did. Thank you so very much, my dear. I appreciate you so very much. And thank you for putting up with me last night for I think I was live with you for an hour or two? Just hanging out. And Mr. Dan is here. Lions Danivore podcast series says, Dustin, what is up? Here for this awesomeness. Well, that's what we're here for. We're here for awesomeness. Awesome. And Marisa says we have 23 people in the chat. Please give Dustin a thumbs up. That's right. And Coach Angela Mullins is in the house. Good evening, dear. How are you? And Amy says I'm really upset with doctors right now. I mean, aren't we all kind of upset with doctors? I mean, I don't really go to the doctor all that often, so I don't know. I don't really have a lot to be upset about as far as doctors are concerned. But I imagine that if I went, one of the last times I went to the doctor for just a generalized, just general blood work and all that stuff and getting, my A1C checked and cholesterol checked. I remember my numbers were better year over year because I had this new GP that was part of like my work package. I just had to go downstairs in the basement of my job. They had a full like clinic downstairs. And I remember like year over year, my numbers and everything got better. And she was still asking me like, well, how much red meat are you eating, a week? And I'm like, I don't know. I eat red meat every day. And she goes, well, can we limit it? Can we just not eat it every day? And I was like, but why? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Are my numbers gotten better since last year? Yes. Then why would I change what I'm doing? It makes zero sense to change if my numbers are getting better. My weight's going down. My blood pressure is getting better. All my numbers are getting, my A1C is better. But I do remember that they were like, oh, I thought we should tell you that there was some ketones in your blood. And I looked at her, I'm like, well, I'd hope so. But again, we have to understand what they're looking at. We get frustrated because we have a different perspective. They are probably frustrated with us because we're not taking it seriously. We're not taking them seriously. We're not listening to them. Because if they go and they want to prescribe us some kind of medication and we don't want to take it, say they want to put us on a statin because they think that our total cholesterol is too high, and we don't want to go on a statin because we don't want to go with all the complications that come with statins that are, well documented. You're more likely to have a complication with a statin than you are to see any benefit from the statin. And that's just documented. I don't see there's been any documentation to where there's been any meaningful help with cholesterol with a statin. And maybe I'm speaking out of school, but the problem is if you say no, then they can write that in your file that you are non-compliant. And that can impact your insurance and impact a lot of other things. So, yes. And hello again. Very good to see you. Glad that you have joined us this evening. And Angela says, my interview with Dave Mack came out today. That is fantastic. I love Dave. I've been on Dave twice. I've been on with Dave twice. It's always a wonderful conversation to have with Dave. Chris says, hello, friends. Popping to say hello before cleaning the kitchen. Hope everyone is great. Love you, Dustin. Love you too, my friend. I'm glad. Had a lot of fun watching your last live. It was a lot of fun watching you make your chicken and talking about your cut and all that stuff. And I hope it helps people. I love it. And Shauna says the link does come up with the discount code. Okay, yeah, I just don't know, but it just for whatever reason, maybe people are telling me because people will say that they've used my link, but then I'm not seeing any movement in my dashboard. So I don't know if it's working or what's going on. We'll have to figure it out. Sean goes, does it rhyme with beach? It might. You never know. Angie says they used your link in May. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Again, people are saying they've used my link. I've seen no movement whatsoever in that. So, okay, I appreciate that. But I can look at it and it's not seeing any movement or nothing showing up at my, that money has been added to my account or anything like that. So I hope that it works. And Marisa is guessing peach. One may never know. One may never know. And Rick says, came in at the end of your live, Chris. Just amazing ability to do that. Yeah. That's what happens. And Jeff has Georgia on his mind. Georgia. Yeah. It's 76 in Las Vegas. It's 76 in Indianapolis. That's one of those things, unless you live here, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Mason says, hello, Dustin. Yes, I cannot wait for Mr. Chris's eat your meat, love your life cookbook to come out in October. If you have not pre-ordered it, please pre-order Chris's book. I do have a link in my link. Chris has links in his links. Click one of them and pre-order that thing. Pre-order it. Okay. So Jerry says the lady's name who you could not pronounce is who you talked to last night at Barbara's meet. Miniwa. Okay. All right. So I was confused. Miniwa. All right. Okay. All right. I am terrible at pronunciations. You would think I'd be better, but I am not. A. Mason says manatee is funny. They're amazing. They're gentle creatures and they're awesome. And they were often mistaken in the water for mermaids. So you're telling me that I look like a manatee, so it means I'm a mermaid? I'm a pretty mermaid. Trying to see the sailboat, okay? It's a schooner. Anyway, and just Jason Keto says, I'll be making a video of your waffles on Thursday. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So I take it you liked them, maybe? I hope. You're like, these suck, and this is why you shouldn't make them. Ugh. You cook them up and you throw them in the trash. Yes, I had a sandwich with them today. I pulled them out of the refrigerator and just threw some bologna on them. I love them. They're so easy to make. I love them. I don't have to think about it. And Low Card Spin Karen is here. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you, Karen. Very, very happy to see you. And Mason says, Amy, you have been very upset with doctors since we met. Just quit them. You're fine. It's one of those things that, but can you? Like, I don't know. I'm sure we can, but can we? I don't know. Yeah, and Dan says it gave a whole new definition of, food corn. Yeah, I understand. Look at that. Tom Garvey's in the house. Hello, Tom. Very, very glad to see you. Very glad to see you. Shauna says, my mom's doctor is restricting her red meat and coffee intake, among other things. Only plus she gave me her ground beef and coffee beans. Ugh. I'll never understand the idea that doctors taking whole foods like beef, which are the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and restricting them. It doesn't make any logical sense. It just does not. And Robin is in the house. Good evening, Robin. Hello. And Dan said, it did catch me off guard. I was like, well, yeah, that would catch us all off guard. I'd be like, wait, what? But it was funny because Amy sent me an unedited, whatever screenshot. And I was like, I thought it was hilarious. Terrifying, but hilarious. It's like one of those things, like, it's a scary thing if you have to deal with it. But in hindsight, it's one of those things that's hilarious and you can joke about it, right? And Jeff, so you're saying your link for Keto Chow and Salty is still not working? Have you tried it? Because I put the link again in the description of this live. So I don't know. I mean, Shauna says it works, but I don't know if you haven't used. I mean, if you've used it recently, I haven't seen any movement. So whenever somebody purchases something, it'll, like, my dashboard will show me that the amount that was purchased that month. So, like, if you buy $100, it'll show me that $100 went up, and it'll show me how much of that $100 goes to me. and then it'll sit in like a little account, and at the end of the month, it'll show it to like, it'll be that amount that goes to me has been paid, and then it shows up in my PayPal account. But I haven't seen any movement since February. So I don't really know. As if people are using my link and have since February, I haven't seen any money from it. And I've emailed my rep about it, and they haven't, and I don't know if they seem to know what's going on or whatever, but it's what it is. And Jason says, healthy people don't make them any money. Well, I mean, really, they do, though. Like, you still cost money to go to the doctor. Even if you don't have a copay, you going to the doctor, insurance is still paying them for you to go to the doctor. So even you going to the doctor makes them money. Now, they may not make as much money because you're not utilizing their tests or their medications or what all, but they're still making money off of you because you're still paying into insurance. You're still paying into co-pays for going and getting your checkups. Maybe they'll start being more open about tests and running the blood test that people request instead of needing to go to like the sites to help with Dave Feldman and his Own Your Labs. We wouldn't even have a need for Own Your Labs if doctors would just order the labs that we request. But insurance doesn't want to cover it. So then we go to Own Your Labs. So insurance doesn't make anything. You don't make anything. Own Your Labs will now make money from us. And Angela says that she ordered new glasses, found a new eye doctor that verified that my last prescription was way off. The original doctor had told me, had told me to just wear them and get used to them. That's not a good thing to do. No way. Oh, man, doctors drive me crazy. I mean, every time I get glasses, you got to get an eye check, an eye exam before, you got to know. And they'll look like I always pay a little extra so they can look at the back of your eyes or whatever. It's like $15-20 or whatever. So they can look and make sure you're not having some kind of like degeneration of your eyes and all that stuff on the back that kind of comes along with diabetes and stuff. So to make sure that I'm doing well, that my eyes are good. Like, oh, they look healthy. It's pretty fine. I mean, they blow like weird air into your eyes and do all that stuff. So, yeah. Just Jason Keto gifted one keto ship. If I can talk, just Jason Keto gifted one Keto Simple membership. And it went to A. Mason. Look at that. Congratulations to A. Mason. Thank you so very much, Jason. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. And Helix says, okay, YouTube is erroring me. So what does that mean? What's happening? And Dan says, we had 2 straight days of 90-degree days. Now it's going to deluge for... Is it going to rain for 7 days in a row? So Amy says, people said they used your link and you've never received anything either. Okay. So maybe there's something wrong with like the whole system on the back end. That's irritating. But at least email the rep and tell them if you are a Keto Chow Salty affiliate, go in and email your rep. Mariella, I think is her name. Angie says that it's 84 degrees there today. I don't know how hot it got today. Let's see. We finally got to use our new pool. The water in the pool was 90. Oh, my goodness. Where are you? And Coach Angela Mullen says, I ordered 2 copies of Chris's cookbook the night he announced it. That's amazing. I ordered one the night he announced it as well. Just one. I do want to order a few more as giveaways, as I do need to get to the giveaway. I have everything now in place for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway as I come up on 11,000 subscribers. So what's going to happen for the giveaway is there's going to be a Dash Mini 4x4 like I use, the square Dash Mini 4x4. I'm going to give away a jar of the Chosen Food mayo, a bag of the beef gelatin, so you can make my waffles. And then there's a giveaway package from Switch Sweets. There's a giveaway package from Keto Chow and Salty, and there is a gift card from Pork and Good Pork Rinds worth $50. So all of that will be, and then I have a bunch of different things in the cabinet that I'm going to throw in there. There's going to be some keto bricks of random flavors, and probably some random Keto Chow flavors in there as well. We'll see what happens. I just need to make some kind of video. Do you want me to do like a live to announce it, or do you want to make a standalone video? How do you guys want me to do this? I think maybe a quick long form video just showing what's going to be given away. Hopefully people watch it. But then I have to make sure that people understand that in a giveaway video, there's going to be a lot of like troll people coming through and saying, you won, follow me and call me on whatever. Hey, click this link or call me on Telegram or whatever. That's not going to be what happens. I will only announce the winner on my post. I will make a specific post, a specific community post of the winner. So that's how we'll do it. I will make a standalone video of the giveaway, and then I will make a community post, or maybe I'll pick a winner on a live stream. I'll pick the winner on the live stream and then put it in a community post. So if people aren't there to see the live stream and the giveaway, then, because I'll probably do a 2-week span, so people have 2 weeks to enter the contest, to enter the giveaway. Let me know what you guys think. And Robin loves bologna. Well, I know that we don't stand for bologna, but I love bologna. Sometimes I try not to eat it very often because it's not that great. Sometimes I just need it, and I just love bologna. And it works really, really well. It works really, really well for the waffles that I make. Oh, and Just Jason Keto says, oh, I don't test things first. Okay, all right. I just try them for the first time while filming. Okay, all right. Okay. And Shauna says that she agrees that he's putting her on a very bland diet for digestion issues. She knows all about keto. Then why is she, then just red meat's one of the easiest digestible foods there is, I think, right? I don't know. Terry says, hopefully no naked trolls here tonight. Maybe just me. You never know what I might do. You don't know. I'm a loose cannon, a wild card, full of tomfoolery. It's Terry we got to worry about. Isn't that right, Terry? You're the one we have to worry about. You and Jerry are the troublemakers. I'm telling you what. Salter or Salty? Salty, S-A-L-T-T is the company that I am affiliated with. I've been affiliated with them since, I've been affiliated with Keto Chow long before Salty ever came out. I am not affiliated with Salter. So I am not affiliated with this brand at all. And not that I'm opposed to that brand. I think I'm sure it's a fine brand. Why they decided to be so close to Salty, I don't know. That's a little weird to me, but I mean, hey, it's whatever. And Shauna says, I didn't try to purchase anything. I just clicked on a link and there it was here in the chat. Okay. All right. And Jeff said, tried during this live and it didn't do anything for you. It didn't work. Let me see. Yeah, so it shows me, like, if you click on it, like, it puts a discount code in there. It doesn't fill in, like, it gives like a discount code. Just doesn't say my name as a discount code. So it should work. If you just, then you got to order whatever you're going to order. But it does put a discount code in there. So at least we know it does that. And he says, I did purchase over $100 worth. I got 3 bags of salty and the prototype to try. When did you try that? Was that in May, Angie? Because that should have been like, if you ordered $100, that should have been like $10 to me. And I have seen 0 updates to any of my stuff there. So I mean, that makes me upset. And I'm not upset with like Keto Chow or Salty in themselves, but they've hired this company to handle it. And I've seen 0 like no new sales or conversions. So I don't know what's going on. Because I'm looking at all time from November 27, 2023 through today, and I know it's been the same amount for months. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's frustrating. And Helix says that I think I'm having a hard time seeing out of my glasses as well. I think they ripped me off. If it's a new prescription and you're having trouble seeing out of them, take them back. Go back. And Sean's still waiting on the results from On Your Labs. Hopefully he'll get them tomorrow. I'm excited to hear what they have to say. And Angela says that one of my doctors gave me a lab order I can use whenever I want to go have blood work done, so I don't have to bother her to ask for it. Oh, that's a good thing too, you know? Yeah, exactly, Dustin. My doctor cannot order a vitamin D test. I asked and said insurance would not allow it because I have no documented issue with low vitamin D. But how do you know if you have low vitamin D unless you get tested for it? Then what's it cost to have that tested on Your Labs? Let me take a look. I'm going to pull up onyourlabs.com here. Let's see. Vitamin D. Let's see what it says. Let's see. A blood test that measures 25 hydroxy vitamin D levels to evaluate overall vitamin D status and diagnose deficiency is $45. So that's one of the more expensive ones that I've seen on there. But $45. Here is the let's see if that goes through or not. There we go. There's the On Your Labs vitamin D test down at the bottom and the bottom. There we go. Mason says it's over 90 degrees there today. Ugh. Angie says we're in East Tennessee, about 2 hours east of Nashville. Wow, that's pretty far. And Angela says I had my vascular doctor to order a vitamin D test for me since I did not have PCP and insurance covered it. Okay. Interesting. All right. There we go. Evil Lynn is here. Hello, friends. It was field day today at school. I came home and crashed hard. I understand. I totally get it. And tomorrow is your last day of school. Our last day of school is next Friday. Next Friday is our last day of school. Then we're out for all of June and all of July for the first time. I think there was a point when our kids went there, they were in school every day. They had at least one day of school in all 12 months. So there wasn't a month that they didn't have at least one day of school. So like they were in school, like they were out of school like the 1st or 2nd of June, and they went back the last day of July. So they had a day in June, they had a day in July. So they were in school at least one day every month of the year. So, I mean, Evan will be on summer break. Summer break. Summertime. One more day, Sean. Woo! Yes. And Jason says, I like to live dangerously when it comes to YouTube videos. There's no fun in being prepared, right? Right? Almost none of my videos have ever actually been prepared. I've only started preparing for these lives a little while ago, where I'm like putting together like my thoughts and what I want to talk about and kind of having like an outline, you know what I mean? So I'm just not coming here completely blind. You know how often I've done that? A lot. But not anymore. Now I prepare because it's important to provide you with the bare minimum. And Mason says, Amy, I didn't complain, so I didn't say anything, but through your keto link in November, December, but I put keto order and tried, but it wouldn't honor a coupon code you gave me. It was on there. Oh, that's, ugh. Sean says, Dustin's not wearing pants right now. He basically just admitted, no, I'm not wearing pants. I am wearing pajamas, but I'm not wearing pants. And they're pajama pants. So, I mean, I guess they're pants. Pants, you know? Helix says, about troublemakers, I'm a little shit here. Hear me out. Also, here to irritate my mother. What? Okay. You know, I'm not trying to lose my channel over it, but you never know what I could do. Just know that it's always possible. You just never know. I could just be like, you know what? It's time to watch it all burn. Okay, people? Let's see what happens. Shauna says, I don't know. My mom just listens to her. That's just the way that it's like. I remember, you know, my great-grandparents. They grew up one way, showing how their mother and father and all, like, you know, as my great-grandfather was born in 1910. He was the fifth of 5 children, born in 1910. His mother was 50 when he was born. So then my great-grandmother was born in 1912. And, you know, they ate the way that everybody ate back then. And I doubt that there was any obesity, anybody overweight, except for maybe one person in town may have been fat or overweight or however you want to look at it. And then the doctors come along and tell them how to start eating and put them on medication and tell them to eat. Like, she would strain her cottage cheese. She would strain the whey away from the curds. And she would eat these little thin pieces of wheat bread. It was called light wheat bread. And she would eat margarine. So there was always margarine and no real butter. And that's what my great-grandparents were doing that because they listened to their doctor. And we hear all the time that people aren't healthy because of non-compliance. I saw my grandmother doing exactly what her doctor told her to do. Always on a big pile of medications. Terry says, now, I'm an innocent angel. Booby Goats is here. Good evening, Aaron. How are you doing, sweetheart? Welcome. And who else is here? Yeah. Let's see. Jason says the company they have running things for their affiliates is the reason I am no longer an affiliate. It's just one of those things, like, you know, they don't have anybody to run it. They had nobody in house that could run it effectively, so they hired out, and it's kind of sad because, like, I do put a lot of effort into a lot of work and and I am very happy with the products that they make, so I continue to promote them. I mean, you can see I continue to promote them. And so hopefully, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to bother Chris and Miriam about it because, again, you know, I mean, I don't even know if they have any ability to even check them or whatever. But it's frustrating. And Robin's asking where Chandra. Chandra had pickleball tonight. So, and they've had to change from pickleball Wednesday nights to Tuesday nights because Wednesday nights where they played pickleball became a tournament night. So there was no room for them to play. So they had to move to Tuesday. So here we are. And Angela's still waiting to get the lab tests from 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. You're very welcome. So thankful. So thankful. I was really, really excited to get a chance to talk to you last night. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. And I want to get you on my channel. Well, go into depth and let you tell your entire story to everybody. I think it's worth everybody telling their story. See, Angie says, I just checked my receipt from Keto Chow. I ordered it on May 1st. Yeah. That's crazy. I'll let them know and see if there's anything they can do. But I've emailed them a couple of times and I haven't received anything back. So hopefully they're looking into it. I don't know. Evelyn says, I'm going to make chocolate-covered strawberry fudge for my kids at school tomorrow. A student said in his thank you note that he loved the fudge I brought them. Well, that is so very sweet. I love it. And Jason says he doesn't prepare for live streams either, unless I have a guest. Usually works out. Well, I mean, I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these things, so I figured I might as well start putting thoughts together, at least have an idea of what I'm going to talk about each day. Just the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities of life. Just winging it. And Jason says, even when I have something specific to talk about, the chat usually goes where they want them to go anyway. It's true. It's true. You are 100% correct, ma'am. So what I hear is Lynette is irreplaceable. 100%. 1,000%. Lynette was very valuable and made the affiliate program run like a dream. But now, the stuff gets I'll get the product that I'm supposed to make content about the day it's supposed to be released. So I'm surprised that I got this new stuff as early as I did, because it gets released tomorrow, and I've had it since before last week. So that was surprising, because sometimes it'll show up at my house. It'd be there tomorrow. I go and check the mail. I'm like, well, I've got to go up and run and make a video real quick, or make a post real quick or something. They get no time. Nancy is here. Good evening. Yeah, and I don't really think it's necessarily the pickleball that's what's interesting. It's just her getting a chance to go and be with adults that aren't me or our kids. Getting out, because I think it's really good for her to get to be around other people. I think it's very, very important. The Pharaoh Grandma is here. Hello. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. So very glad to see you. Angie says, I'm just here for your singing and witty humor. Okay. All right. I do sing when I shouldn't. Every day I try to sing on the way home from picking my granddaughter. She goes, stop singing. I have a headache. Oh, my goodness. And Jason says, I have never even gotten notified about new products, let alone get the products. I would learn about the new things from you. I mean, they even dropped the ball with the grape. I learned about the grape being released the day it was released. I didn't even get it. They had to go and retroactively send it all back to us. So, yeah, that was a mess up. John Together Strong is here. Hello, good sir. How are you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful. And everyone is saying hello to everybody. Oh, we'll hang out here. Keto Chow goes live at 9:15 They are back on their evening schedule. They had been going live at 7 o'clock the last couple of weeks. Don't forget to say hello to them on their live today. And if you are curious, and if you are anywhere near the Elkhart area, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and you want to come and hang out with me and Evelyn and Chandra, Chris and Miriam and Amy, and I'm sure a few other folks, we will be at Elkhart at BW3's next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be having wangs and some conversation. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wangs. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. I am planning to go to KPL. I am very much planning to go to KPL. I have my hotel booked and all that stuff. It's just, how am I going to be able to afford it is the question. I hope that between here and now, or between now and then, I have some clients and I can make some money doing coaching, and then YouTube makes some money for me. And it would be nice if my Keto Chow money would come through, if they would use if my links would work. Because I don't know, maybe people are starting off with my links in there, and then as they go to purchase, it disappears. I don't know. Maybe the website's doing something funky. I don't know. The problem, though, with KPL is the first night. The first day of KPL is a Thursday now, and my son is getting married that day because he doesn't ask me anything. He just is like, well, we're getting married on this day now. I'm like, bruh, really? So I'm going to be coming in town Thursday night late. So I might see if anybody wants to get together late Thursday night when I get in town. And it might be like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when I get in town. But I will then, or maybe just go there, crash out of the hotel and get up, because everything starts Saturday morning super early. But I'm missing a whole day of KPL. So that's a real bummer for me. That's a real bummer. So I got to hit the ground running, and I missed kind of the social aspect of it Friday or Thursday night, and hit the ground with all the stuff on Saturday. So I got to try to meet and hang out with people that day. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy day trying to pack 2 days into one day. So that's just kind of what's going on. So I'll be there late Thursday night, early Friday morning, to be up to rock and roll Friday morning to be there. I wish it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It would make my life a lot easier, but unfortunately, that's not the way things work in the real world, right? So John says 12 hours working on the computer today. It's nice to have a break and listening. Well, I appreciate that, and I hope you got a lot accomplished in that 12 hours. Some good stuff, I hope. Robin said, I really thought people my age did not exist-ish. We're here. I don't know how old you are. I'm almost 47. I'll be 47 in June. But yeah, I was happy to find out that Dr. Barry said if you promote your birthday on Facebook, if you are on Facebook and you can promote your birthday, you can now have people donate to the American Diabetes Society. So that's pretty cool. Evelyn said he better be, Jason. KPL 26 or bust. Yeah. Wangs. And Helix says, exist in my hometown. I don't want to go to Austin like I used to drink. I want to go to Austin to see comedy. I want to go to the Mothership and to all like the Sunset Strip and all the amazing comedy clubs that are in Austin right now. I love it. And let's see. Wendy says, trying to decide if it's worth making a video while cutting up cabbage to ferment or parsley for a condiment called chimichurri sauce. I'll be taking liberties with that one. Do what you do. When in doubt, video it out. You never know. People may want to like, how do I ferment cabbage? Let's see what Wendy be doing. Let's see. Jason says, we are going to bounce around the area the week before, kind of like the new schedule. Okay, all right, all right. Maritza says, we have 31 and only 23 likes. Let's give Dustin some more likes. Let's do it, do it, do it. You know what? I don't know what I mean, okay? Thursday night is the wedding. I have to come in Thursday night, then Friday day is the thing, and then Saturday is the other day, and then it's over. It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The first night, Thursday, I'm going to be coming in really late, like late Thursday, early Friday, and then Friday will be all the speakers, I think, right? All the speakers. Friday night's when everybody hangs out and it's like, oh my goodness, and I'm missing it. I need someone to have a me, like a me thing and be like, he's coming. He had a wedding. He had a wedding to go to because his kid doesn't make good schedules. And Helix says, this is random. I like the way ketchup and syrup smell together. That sounds atrocious. My son had some on his plate the other day that smelled so good and weird. Like, why does it make me like kind of like want to throw up a little bit? I mean, not in a bad way, but you know what I mean? Like, no offense, because you are not that sauce, but ooh. Helix is 32 years of age. Oh my goodness, she was born in 1993. I was born in 1979. 1979. Just like the Smashing Pumpkins song, which is weird. So, the Smashing Pumpkins just announced a 30th anniversary to the Infinite Sadness, so the Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness album tour. I went to that tour in 1996. So 30 years ago, I saw that tour at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. And I remember Billy talking about, at the time, the big news for him, because he's a huge racing fan, is that like IndyCar and kart had split apart. And he was sitting like on an amp, taking strings off his guitar and then throwing the strings in the crowd so people could have the strings to his guitar. But yeah, so they're coming back. I don't know. I'm going to try to go. I paid $35 in 1996 for a ticket. I don't know what that's going to cost now. I mean, let's see. I was making $5 an hour in 1996. So $35 was like, what, 8 hours worth of money for me? Crazy. Crazy. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say good night because we've got to head on over to the Keto Chow Live for 9:15. It is linked to this video. If you just hang out here, there will be a button you can click and it will take you right over to hang out with Chris and Miriam. Tell them that I said hello, and I will join you all as soon as I can. Chandra just called. I got to call her back. But anyway, I love each and every one of your faces. Thank you all so very much for being here. You guys are the best. Thank you for your donations, for your memberships, your chats, all the things that you gave to me tonight, your time, your love. I appreciate each and every one of you. And with that, here come these credits, and I'll see you on Sunday.